Did you know that there's fentanyl in epidurals?
Ooh la la ooh la la.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Kayla, aka Fitmomsblog. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to continue to learn about mom tips, life tips, and just all things in between. What are 5 things that Big Pharma tries to keep from you so that they can continue to get their money? I'm going to tell you guys 5 things that Big Pharma doesn't want you to know for pregnancy, labor and delivery, and postpartum. The first thing is birth control. Birth control is heavily pushed in our society, whether it be implants, the pill, depot, tubal ligation, different things like that. So the first thing is doctors receive incentives for birth control that they prescribe. Not only birth control, but all other pills that they prescribe. If you tell your doctor that you are depressed, they're automatically going to prescribe you some type of pill because they receive an incentive from that. And America is just a place where they push pills because that's how they make their money. So be aware of things that are being pushed on you if you don't really want it or if you don't really feel as though you need it. There are other alternatives to combat those issues that you're dealing with. Also, they don't give you all the side effects of the different things that are going on. Birth control can give you a hormonal imbalance. There are a lot of things that could change about you, whether it be your skin, your body makeup, and just your hormones in general can make you act out in a way that you wouldn't normally act out if you weren't on those pills or on that birth control. They'll also push birth control on you right before you have your baby. So say you're in labor and delivery and they're starting to ask you these questions. What is your birth control plan following your delivery? And they'll push it on you as soon as you have your baby. If you're not ready to answer that question, just say, I'm not ready yet, and that's not something I'm willing to discuss right now. The more procedures you get during labor, the bigger their check. If you get induced, that's a check for them. They're using the induction medicine and they're getting money from that. Once you see your hospital bill, you will realize why they push so many different procedures on you. If they use the balloon, they charge you for that. Pain medicine through the IV, they're really pushing you to go into a C-section, so they'll give you epidurals, and epidural is the medicine that they need to numb you for a C-section. So yes, it may numb your pain, but it's also the only medicine that they need for a C-section. If you end up going into a C-section, they don't even give you any additional medicine. Your epidural medicine is already enough. They just roll you into the room and cut you open. Did you know that there's fentanyl in epidurals? The fentanyl in epidural numbs your pain. It's part of the medicine. All the drugs that are done in the street are in the medicines that they prescribe to people on the daily. I advise everyone to watch Painkiller on Netflix. It's about Oxycontin. And I think it'll wake up a lot of people to what's really going on in the world, in Big Pharma, and just with doctors and medicine in general. The third thing is procedures during labor that push you towards needing a C-section. For example, if you're over your due date or near your due date and your midwife or your doctor tells you to drink castor oil, don't do it. Don't do it. Castor oil, though some people have had good experiences, but it could also create bad experiences for others. Castor oil will dehydrate your umbilical cord, which will tighten around your baby. I not only know this from experience, but I know it from being a doula and being on the side of women who have taken castor oil and it dehydrated their umbilical cord and tightened around their child. Your child needs this space to be able to help you during labor. Baby does work during labor and pushes down on the cervix to help it to continue to open. If you drink castor oil, it will dehydrate the umbilical cord, drying it up and tightening it up, and it will give baby less space. If the umbilical cord is already wrapped around baby, which it naturally is, and it starts to tighten, it could cause some tension for baby, and it could be around baby's neck, it could be around baby's body, making it harder for baby to breathe. It could be around baby's feet, making it harder for baby to push down on that cervix. So just be mindful of the different things that they push during right before labor or during labor, because a lot of the procedures that are pushed are in order to get you into a C-section. So say you're going through your whole labor and baby is not really doing much work and you're not dilating it, and you drank castor oil, it could be because the umbilical cord is dehydrated, so baby is not able to do their job. You could be in labor for over a day, and because you drink that castor oil, you're not dilating the way you need to. Then they'll say you need to go into an emergency C-section to make sure nothing is wrong with the baby. Don't you know that they make $25,000+ off of each person that gets a C-section? It's just not something that is ideal, though it could help a lot of women in different situations. There are a lot of ways to prevent that. So my number one recommendation is not to drink castor oil when you are in labor or trying to naturally start labor. That is the last thing I suggest because of those reasons, and I just don't want to see anyone else end up in a predicament that I have or a predicament that I've been with my clients. The fourth thing is you are supposed to eat during labor. You can eat during labor. I know as soon as you get in the hospital, they tell you the only thing that you can have is ice, and your body is doing the work of 30 football players in a football game to have a baby. Like, your body is literally doing the unthinkable, the unimaginable, something that it's just so hard to explain because your body is doing so much work. Your pelvis is opening. Your insides are moving around. You're literally about to push a person out of your body. You need energy. You need more than just some ice that came from the pipes of a hospital that probably have chemicals in it that is dehydrating you. You should eat during labor. And the reason the doctors don't want you to eat during labor is that in case you end up in a C-section, which is what they really would like you to do, they don't want food in your intestines when they go to cut you open, because if they accidentally cut your intestines while they're doing the C-section, that could cause more problems for you in life. So if there's food bled out of the intestines into you while they're doing the C-section, that could cause complications. So that's why they tell you not to eat during labor. But again, if you take those steps not to end up in a C-section and you just allow your body to do what it does naturally, then that's not something you'll have to worry about. But you just have to be mindful about the things that are pushed during labor that aren't necessarily needed. And the fifth tip, fed is best. Yes, fed is best, but we also have to be mindful of the fact that all other mammals drink from the breast of their mother. Breastfeeding is so important not only for baby but for mama. It is healthy for both of you. Your breast milk literally can heal anything going on with your baby. If you're breastfeeding and your baby has a rash, breast milk. If your child has an ear infection, breast milk. If your child has bumps on their bodies, baby acne, breast milk. Literally anything. The breast milk can also be used for other people in your family. I know when I was breastfeeding, and my husband is not going to be happy about this, but he was constipated and I put my breast milk in his smoothie and he was fine about an hour later. So breast milk is literally the holy grail. It is golden, and fed is best, yes, but there are also a lot of class action suits going on currently regarding formula and the issues that it has caused, the deaths in babies that it has caused. So we have to be mindful of the things that are created also by big pharma that are pushed. There are diseases and autism and different things that are being linked to these formulas. So we have to be mindful of what we're putting in our bodies and in our children's bodies. That also goes for shots. All of these shots that are recommended before a baby is even 6 months old is insane. Or before they're 2 years old, they're supposed to have like 30 shots. Like, that is just insane. The amount of chemicals that they're pushing for us to put into our bodies, it just doesn't make any sense. And I just want everybody to be mindful of the different things that you can do to prevent some issues that you could have while your baby is small or when your baby grows older. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to get some more content from me, more knowledge from me. I am Dula K, and thanks for tuning in.